At the start of third grade, when the family again moved away from trouble, you began what would become a lifelong habit, quickly exploring the greater world around where you now live. If the huge fancy churches are any indication, God is much in evidence in this little town, and you still haven't found out much about Him yet. One Sunday morning, during the early fall, you feel an overpowering need for God and think you'll give one of these fancy churches a try. You reason out that Vacation Bible School didn't work so well in informing you about God because the church had been small. Surely God is in one of these big churches. But what to wear? A fancy church calls for fancy clothes, and you have none. You remember the two fancy things you have, gifts from devil, but not one of your dresses is fancy enough. You go into beloved mother's closet because she gets dressed up a lot when she and devil go out. She had some nice things. After rejecting several items for various reasons, wrong color, not fancy enough, and so forth, you find two items that work perfectly. You're almost giddy as you run to your room. Outfit complete. You take off by yourself out the front door. Which church will you go to? Where is God most likely to be found? That was still an open question, but you knew you'd figure it out. Down the sidewalk, across the railroad tracks, wait for the light to change. Green for go, red for stop. Be your own little traffic cop. Don't cross the street until you see the traffic light has turned to green. Down the next sidewalk. You didn't like the first church and bypassed it, but the next one, oh wow. The next one had a steeple that went way high, and it looked like a temple in Greece you saw once in a book. Huge white columns and 3 giant sets of doors in the front. Surely God was here more than any other place. Your feet turned to the sidewalk, to the pavement, to the front steps. You didn't casually walk up. No, that would not do. You approached the entrance to God, solemn, ready to hear. You knew you were approaching properly, not just casually walking, because all the people stopped and stared as you walked into the church. What did the people see and make a path for? They saw a third-grade girl, blonde, green eyes, serious, holding herself straight and tall, plastic diamond tiara on her head, high-heeled purple princess shoes on her feet, a crinoline tucked high under her armpits so it wouldn't drag the ground, topped with a beautiful fur jacket hanging to her knees, honoring God with the finest she could dredge up. The next thing you remember, you're walking into the house and Honey is bent over laughing while beloved mother demands to know what you're doing dressed in her clothes. You calmly reply, "You've been searching for God at the church down the street." Honey stops laughing and looks at you with a seriousness never before seen in him. Beloved mother shakes her head and looks at you like she always does. Who are you and where did you come from? She wants her clothes back. Now.